threat to justice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Hey guys, it's Chelsea K. Wright, and welcome back to my channel. I'm wearing black, so you know what the deal is. It's not gonna be your typical video. What I wanted to talk about is why it's important for you to speak up and do something right now. Why your voice matters and why your action counts. Disclaimer, I'm not an American. I am a person of Caribbean background. I am a Jamaican. I grew up in Jamaica, so racism wasn't something that I experienced full on while growing up. So I didn't grow up in systematic racism like an African American would experience, but I have experienced racism. And if you're black, I hope you haven't, but it's sad to say that we probably all have experienced some sort of racism in our lifetime. It's important for you to say something right now and do something right now because it matters. Like, your voice matters. Have a privilege. To have a platform is to have a privilege. To literally have internet is to have a privilege. So to not use whatever things you have at your disposal right now would be kind of like a disservice, because as I said, it's your civil duty to do so. So I attend a predominantly white institution, and it upsets me to see that they have not said anything to the situation that's happening right now in America. George Floyd's death, may his soul rest in peace. Nothing has been said about that. Nothing has been said about the protests, the protesting that has been happening. Nothing at all has been said. And as a black person, as a black student who feels like a minority, especially at, just in population, it kind of hurts. And it kind of says to me that you don't really matter. Yes, we see what's happening, but it doesn't, it's not that big of a deal. It does not really matter. And that's why it's so important for you to say something so that other people know that you care. That's probably one of the main reasons. One, and two, to really raise awareness. If you have 5 followers and one of those 5 followers didn't know what was happening, you can be the person that educates them and raises that awareness to let them know that, hey, this is happening and this is an issue. I'm going off script because, quite frankly, I have none. I look tired because I really am tired. I am just tired of I'm just tired of seeing another hashtag, and it needs to stop. It honestly needs to stop. And you can fix it. It starts with you. So here's how you can help at home. I don't believe that you need to be out there protesting if that's not what you are called to do. If you don't feel that feeling in your gut that says, hey, you need to be out there doing this, then I wouldn't advise you to do it. Don't do it. Do not loot. Do not riot. And I honestly don't think people who are supporting the Black Lives Matter movement is out there rioting, is out there looting. I don't think those are supporters of the Black Lives Matter movement. Point blank, period. I don't think they are. But anyway, here are some things that you can do at home. If you're white, then you really need to be educating yourself. There are movies, there are books, there are articles. You have black friends, you literally can ask them, but it's not our job, it's not our duty to educate you. Go and educate yourself. There is Google, Yahoo. You literally have technology, and I'm glad that the interest has finally peaked in you to educate yourself. So that's what you need to do. That's the first thing you need to do. The next thing you can do is donate. Donate to Freedom Funds. Donate to places that create safe spaces for people of color, for black people. Donate and support funds that support black-owned businesses. So support your black-owned businesses. Another thing you can do is stop supporting brands and businesses that don't care about black people or don't care about black lives. Point blank, period. You know which ones don't. The ones that don't are those that aren't saying anything right now. They haven't sent out an email, they haven't sent out a post, they haven't done anything. When COVID was hitting, and COVID is still hitting, we got like 5 emails a day. Where's the email now? So look at those businesses, look at those brands that are doing nothing right now, and really think to yourself, do I really want to put my money here? Do I really want to support them? Because listen, spending money nowadays is a political act. So support businesses that care about social impact and black people in general. Point blank, period. As a white person or anybody, you need to be holding people in your circle accountable. It literally starts within an organism and then it spreads to the organization. You make up systems, you make up organizations. So the change starts with you, and it's a ripple effect. So if you call your friend and say, hey, check out this post, or hey, what do you think about the what's happening right now? Start the conversation and let's get some action happening after that conversation happens. Really, really and truly, you need to be holding people in your circle accountable, because it literally starts with you. So I'm gonna make my final point, and as I said before, not everyone needs to be on the front lines protesting, because that's not everybody's role. Everyone has a role in this, everyone has a role to play in this, and it's up to you to figure out your role. Use what you have where you are. Use whatever talents that you have. You have no excuse. Some roles are storytellers. These are people who make sure that the stories of what's happening on the front lines are being told so that we see the truth for what it is. That's one role. You have visionaries, you have innovators, people who are there like thinking and being innovative, thinking about things that we can do beyond now, beyond the protests, beyond next week, years. We need people like that. We need people who are mobilizing, people who are frontline responders, people who are on the ground doing the work, getting supplies, gearing up, people who are actually protesting. We need those. We need builders. We need people to build our community. When other people riot and loot and tear our communities down, people who are not standing for the Black Lives Matter movement, we as the black people, we as allies, it's to be building and rebuilding. You have guides, people who provide counsel, people who teach, people who have wisdom, use their wisdom and discernment to guide and counsel people through this time. Another role is being a guide. People who teach, people who counsel, people who literally guide people based on their wisdom and their discernment of things. So if somebody comes to you for like information and you're usually the one that guides them in the right direction, or people usually come to you for advice, then you're supposed to be probably doing that right now. So don't try to be something that you're not if it doesn't feel right with your spirit, if it doesn't feel right with you. Another role is being a healer, being a healer, being a caregiver. So caregivers are people who are there maybe on the front lines to support people who are protesting, to support people who are mobilizing troops and being strategic and planning. Caregivers are persons who are there for like support, and if you're hurt, they're there right then and there. But then healers, these people are people who realize that there is trauma right now. A lot of people who are not protesting, people in the African diaspora, everybody is feeling this to their core. It's a lot of emotional pain that we're going through, and so we need healers. We need people who are psychologists, psychiatrists, people who are therapists, people who just have that gentle touch people who can heal, because this is trauma that we're going through, whether you're black, whether you're an ally. I'm sure that we all feel it, and we need healers. So if you're a healer, then step up to your role. So don't try to be something that's out of character, something that feels wrong. I'm not saying that activism and making a difference should feel comfortable, because it's not. None of this is comfortable. But you can use whatever talents you have, you can use that to make a difference and play your role, because we all have a part to play.